UFC Vegas 6, Lewis versus Olenek has just ended. It's late, I'm tired, so let's just get into it. Here's the winners and losers. First up is Beneil Dariush. Now, Beneil doesn't qualify for my winners list because he missed weight. That's kind of one of the prerequisites. But he looks so good, we got to highlight him here. He finishes a very durable and tough Scott Holtzman in the first round. Holtzman came out with a couple of infractions early on in the first minute. Couple of eye pokes, a low blow that they didn't stop the fight for, and these seemed to piss Beneil off. He came out swinging. I didn't see this coming. He hit him with just about everything he threw. Other than that failed takedown attempt early on, he hit him with pretty much everything. Became one of the few people in UFC history to win a fight by spinning elbow attack, and he just looked amazing. In my opinion, he really upped his stock tonight. Our first real winner of the night is Gavin Tucker as he took on Justin James. This was a great fight. It was one that Dana White highlighted and said don't miss it, and Dana was right, as he usually is. It started with fireworks. A lot of output from both guys standing on their feet. Now, James was winning the stand-up, really, in the first round. He even cracked Tucker and put him on the ground, put him in a choke that Tucker literally had to fight out of his shorts, literally, to get out of it. Turn around and put James in a choke that I honestly thought was going to end the fight right there at the end of the first round. It didn't. The second round and the third round, the tide really turned, and Tucker just really started to beat him up and softening him up, and finally applied that choke in the third round and got the finish. It was a hell of a fight. Gavin got the Performance of the Night award. He's now 3-1 in the UFC. Big winner tonight. Our next big winner of the night comes in the form of middleweight Andrew Sanchez as he took on Wellingham Turam. Sanchez won by a pretty good KO late in the first round. These guys started like rock'em sock'em robots, man. They were just all over each other, all standing up. A lot of these strikes landed. Turman hit Sanchez really hard several times, and Sanchez just ate it. After that, after giving him his best shots, Turman looked to me like he wasn't sure what to do next, like he wasn't sure where to go. Meanwhile, Sanchez looked loose. He looked like his confidence was growing with every moment, with every passing moment in there. He had his hands loose. They're down his side, almost a karate style, and finally just put a string of hard punches together and took Turman out of there. He also got the Performance of the Night, and he kind of changes that reputation he has of a boring fighter. So, Andrew Sanchez, you're a big winner tonight. Our first loser of the night is Alex Munoz as he took on Nasrat Haqparast. Nasrat tore this dude up. He looked on point. He was piecing Munoz up the whole night. Munoz did get a takedown very early on in the first round, but Nasrat got back up quickly and without suffering any real damage. And from that point forward, Munoz's takedowns were ineffective. Nasrat looked great, and maybe that's why Munoz didn't. But he looked pretty terrible, in my opinion. He threw some low blows. He grabbed the shorts. He complained of non-existent eye pokes. The only damage he caused was with that wrestler head swing that needs to be corrected. He looked silly to me when he just kept calling Nasrat forward, even though he just kept getting pieced up. Every time he got hit with something, he called him forward. He wasn't listening to his corner. He was just completely ineffective, and he got totally destroyed in his UFC debut. I'm calling him a loser. He's probably going to lose some students here because he's a wrestling coach, and maybe they're going to see wrestling in the best way to go. My man, Kevin Holland, making his way on my winners list again. In fact, I've resolved to talk about Kevin Holland every chance I get. I love this guy. He wins with style points. He was just having fun in there, and I was having fun watching him. Halfway through the first round, he says to Buckley, what happened? Thought we were going to talk. I actually laughed when he said this. You could, of course, with the empty arena, you can hear some of the things he's saying. I'm actually laughing as I'm watching the fight. That's not something I usually do. Holland was on point, man. He's he fought a tall man's fight, hitting him with that long, straight jab and damaging him with it. When it got close, he's hitting him with these downward elbows. Buckley, to his credit, was throwing a lot. He's throwing hard, but Holland was just able to simply roll with those punches, just let him glance right off of him. Buckley's certainly a game opponent, and I look forward to seeing more from him, but I hope to see him next time against somebody that's a little more on his level. Because Holland's just a beast, man. He's just climbing that scale. If you're keeping count in this fight, he knocked Buckley down twice, knocked his mouthpiece out twice, and finally just knocked Buckley out. So Kevin Holland, big winner again. The only winner-loser pair for me tonight was Darren Stewart and Maki Pitolo. A lot of us expected a long stand-up fight, very entertaining fight, and that's not necessarily what we got because Darren Stewart ruined all of our fun with that first-round guillotine choke. The first minute or two was what we expected, seeing a stand-up fight between two fighters who were just kind of exchanging attacks. But Pitolo tried a double leg, and Darren pulled the unexpected and sunk in that guillotine choke. It was beautifully executed, and it showed another dimension to Stewart's game. So he made quick work of an opponent that on paper should have really been a tough test for him. And so to me, that makes him a pretty big winner tonight. He's also now on a 3-fight win streak. He got performance of the night. Inversely, Pitolo, he's a loser here to me because he initiated that takedown. Then he got his neck cranked on and backfired on him. And MMA 101, man, if you're going to make a takedown attempt, you got to guard your neck. My big winner tonight is the big man, Derek Lewis. He wins by TKO early in the second round. Second round started the way I thought the first round would be, as that is a blitz and a knockout. Lewis did start the first round this way, of course, but it went to the ground quickly. And maybe that was better because we got to see both sides. We saw Olenek do what we knew he would do, and that was try many submissions. And Lewis did a good job of getting out of those submissions and enduring the ones that he couldn't escape from. Now, Lewis is now the owner of the most knockouts in heavyweight history. So that's pretty cool. He was already ranked number 4 as he walked into this competition. And as we know, the heavyweight division's about to open up after next weekend's fight. Lewis is in a great situation, a great position to be on the short list of contenders. And now he's on a 3-fight win streak. So my big winner tonight is Derek Lewis. So there's my big winners for UFC Vegas 6. We got a lot to talk about this next week before the DC Miocic trilogy. I'm going to post a few videos about that, so make sure you check them out. Till then.